So hello and welcome to this video looking at interfacing Eurorack with the Joranalogue Receive 2 or RX2 and Transmit 2 or TX2. Receive 2 is a dual balanced line input. We have an A and a B input that we get mini jack outputs for once they've come into the module. And we also get a mixed A-B output. We have LED meters on the module to show us the levels coming in, which is super handy. Both of those input preamps have 40 dB of gain. So you can plug in dynamic microphones, line level instruments, piezoelectric pickups. It would kind of take anything that I've thrown at it. Now that's about as much as I can say about an input module. This video is really just to speak to the benefit of having the input stage. Line level gear tends to be around a volt peak to peak. Eurorack oscillators, for example, swing from -5 to +5 volts, giving us a 10 volt peak to peak range. So you really need an input stage to amplify up external signals to work at the expected levels and get the expected results out of your Eurorack modules. So Transmit 2 is kind of like the opposite cousin or brother to Receive 2. This is a stereo balanced line output rather than an input. This takes your Eurorack levels into input left and right. If you want to plug into the left, it normals across to the right for a mono signal in both sides should you wish. And you have a level control, again with LED meters to show us what's going on. There's also a headphone amp with a level control that's got enough level on there to drive any set of headphones I've plugged in. So here's an example that I wanted to get into this video, and it's using the Receive 2, again, or RX2 to use the short name, as an input device, and this is for a microphone. I have an SM58 microphone literally hung out of the back window in my house. I'll go outside and take a picture, bring it in, just wind noise effectively, and you can hear some low end kind of buffeting rumble as the wind passes the microphone. It's literally just hanging by its cable out of the window, and some bird noise and general wind and ambience. Let's kill the effects and just listen to what's going on outside my house. Here's the version through Prism and some additional reverb. And you can see that Prism becomes more excited and more kind of active the more signals coming in, and we can see that on the LED meter. So it's really like a random, real, foley, field recording, exciting and effects line. Let's change the filtering to low pass rather than high pass on Prism. And losing that top end, we lose some of the wind noise and those birds cheeping, but the rumble coming into that mic and into the RX2 is just exciting, this effect space. It can be a really interesting and useful tool for creating atmospheres and sound effects. So I'd encourage you to get an input module, get some random sound, record what's going on outside, and just excite your modules and experiment with these textures and soundscapes, being influenced and processing things other than oscillators and filters and looping samples and so on. Cheers for watching, hit like, subscribe, leave any questions or comment in the description, support the work I do on patreon.com/DivKid. Cheers for watching.